What's up, everybody? Couch Mills here, coming at you with a brand new Valorant video. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down one of the best pro players in the entire game in Sentinels SicK. We're going to be watching one of his VODs, we're going to be breaking down his plays, and we're ultimately going to try to figure out why is this guy so freaking good. So we're going to break all that down, but if you want to improve and climb to Diamond, Immortal, and beyond, go check out the GameLeap website right now where we have in-depth content that is designed to help you. But without further ado, let's jump into the video. Now, a lot of times when people are talking about the best player in the world, there's a lot of names that come up, whether it's freaking Sabrosa or Tens, or maybe it's Nats, or maybe it's Ye. But if I'd had to give one player the highest impact award throughout his entire career in Valorant, I would definitely be giving that to SicK. But jumping right into this game, he's doing with Tens, and let's actually break down some of the decision making he has and some plays he pulls off. First off, he's going to flash a lobby here, and he's going to give Tens information about the location of enemies. Now, on that confirmation, Tens is going to do a little bit of fishing for some long-range kills here where he's peeking, not heavily committing, but potentially trying to hit a dink or two. But as the enemies push up, he's going to back away. And this is where something really interesting happens. He trades places with SicK, and then SicK is going to make the call bait for me, which is something that you can do in your games, especially if you're doing it with someone. It's freaking phenomenal because Tens is basically going to shoot from safety, not committing, not trying to fight. And the enemies will push up to contest Tens, not knowing that SicK is close by, and all their attention is on Tens and dealing with that angle. So SicK is basically going to get a free peek here, which he does peek out, and he gets a free kill on the Raze trying to use their utility because the Raze is distracted by Tens holding the upper angle. And afterwards, he's going to peek this Cypher here, and I want you to tell me what you think he's going to do. Do you think he's going to try to commit and kill this Cypher? Do you think he's going to potentially die instantly? Or do you think he's going to take a few shots and back away? If you guess that third option, that's exactly what he does, because one thing that really defines SicK's playstyle is he doesn't want to get greedy, and he doesn't want to set himself up in a situation where he doesn't have some fundamental advantage and not die meaningless deaths. He got a kill here. If he doesn't die, his team has a fundamental advantage, but if he gets too greedy, then that advantage could be squandered, so he just backs away. We'll break that down more and why it's so important later on in the video. Now, in this next play, SicK is going to just full commit past this smoke, and a lot of people are asking, okay, when should you push through a smoke and when you should not push through a smoke? Well, it's going to be dependent on the situation, and he does this for several reasons. First one is enemies don't have sight control yet. Teammates are also actively fighting, so they're less likely to be watching the smoke, and he doesn't have a weapon that can effectively fight from longer ranges, so if he allows the enemy to take full sight control, his weapon is going to be very ineffective, so he forces an engagement here while enemies are pushing in, otherwise he might miss his opportunity. Now, he does manage to kill the Sova trap by Astra's utility and finish off the Raze, and they do win the round. This really emphasizes SicK's playstyle where he understands where it's objectively correct to force engagements, but if it never is, he will not engage. Here, in this scenario, his best shot at victory was forcing a fight here, which is exactly what he does. Now, something else that he also does is he doesn't in-game lead all that much, but he will give very precise information calls to his teammates, and that's something that you should be doing on any information gathering agent. If you know something is true, like no one backside, someone here, someone logs, call that out very confidently and very quickly. Give your teammates the information that they need right there and then, and you don't need to overcomplicate it. Now, the next play, I really wanted to break down exactly what I was talking about when I say you get the value and you retreat. Watch how SicK aggressively takes the mid here. He challenges and actually gets multiple picks here, but he does talk out loud. He talks to himself that he's going to pull back because if he stays there, that's a grief. You see, a lot of players will get some value. They'll push it aggressively. They'll get one kill or some damage or information, and they basically want to keep going and going and going. I don't really know what the actual term would be, but I would say that people want to often go for the glory rather than the consistency. But oftentimes, it's just going to get you killed. A good play or a good peek that got you a kill can be instantly overwritten by you feeding yourself, and you don't need to fish for all that value. Oftentimes, it's better to just regroup with your team with that advantage and then play for retake, or play with someone that can trade off with you so you get more guaranteed value after your element of surprise or your ability advantage is gone. Now, in this specific moment in the game, he's going to actively make some IGL calling here, and he says, play default and wait for my ability. I have 18 seconds till my flash. Let's just wait around and play default. This is an amazing thing to do when you have something like Recon Dart or Flash that is on a cooldown. wait for it to come off cooldown before you engage. You don't force an engagement and you get to clear something. This also allows the enemy to potentially make a mistake, and if they don't, they have to spread out because they have no idea where you're necessarily going to hit, and then you get to use your flash to best take sight. He's also very careful to remove the bird from his teammates' LOS, and he curves it very tightly so that his teammates don't get flashed, and he's always going to call where he's trying to flash. I'm going to flash backside, I'm going to flash share, I'm going to flash platform, so his teammates know exactly what they can turn on or push after the flash goes off if the sound connects. Now, there are actually two big takeaways that I have from SicK's playstyle after analyzing this and many other games from him. First off, he rarely full commits to an engagement. Whether it's a spray mid-window or a back off just getting information, he never puts himself in unnecessary risk. If he challenges someone mid-window and doesn't kill them immediately, he will unpeek and will not peek again unless the enemies want to push up and take more space. Then he'll take another engagement with his abilities, but he'll never take the same engagement multiple times unnecessarily. This means that he's never going to die from a mistake or a forced fight, and makes it so every single bit of impact he gets is consistent, only forcing fights if they make perfect sense on paper. Now, the second thing that SicK has is actually perfect body and map awareness. And what I mean by that is SicK can really navigate the map almost completely blind, in my personal opinion. Oftentimes, he will back up against the walls when he's flashed. He will understand how to route to a certain spot even when he gets flashed for multiple seconds in a row. He will be able to dodge recons backwards into smoke. Essentially, he has full control of his character, and he knows the map well enough that he never ever finds himself lost. And I'm sure that this has happened to you where maybe you got full flash or flashed twice and then you're completely lost. You have no idea where you went. You don't know if you actually navigated where you want to. And that's something that comes with practice and really starting to try to memorize the map fully. And I think that really is a contributing factor into his overall impact as a player. But definitely let me know what you think of SicK. Do you like his play style? And tell me who your favorite player in all of esports is down below. But go to the GameLeap website if you want to improve. If you want to dominate, you got to go check out our in-depth guides there. Thank you so much for coming by. Hope you enjoyed the video. Love your faces, and I'll see you next time.